Muy buenos días a todos, los estimados espectadores que ya están hasta el momento. Este pequeño mensaje es para informarles que vamos a empezar con el webinar a partir de las 10 de la mañana con 10 minutos. Estamos esperando un momentito más a que los demás compañeros puedan ingresar para ser parte de esta jornada educativa del día de hoy. Good morning, everyone. My name is Javier Chiqui, and it is a true pleasure to welcome you to our webinar titled Tech for Teachers Magic for the Students. Thank you for joining us from different places around the country and for being part of this learning community today. We live in a world where innovation evolves rapidly, and as educators, we have both responsibilities and the opportunity to integrate technology in ways that inspire, motivate, and connect with our students on deeper levels. So, during this session, we will explore tools such as WebQuest, Padlet, Telegram, and Metaverse that are transforming the teaching and learning of English. These resources not only enrich our institutional practice, but also give our students a space to be creative, autonomous, and active participants in their language learning journey. As Seymour once said, the best learning happens when the learner takes charge. And this is exactly what we aimed for today, discovering how English can not just be taught but truly experienced. To begin our session, I am pleased to introduce our first speaker, Teresa. She has been an EFL teacher since 1999. She began her career teaching young children in a private school in Rubamba and later worked with teenagers in upper elementary and high school at another institution. Since 2002, she has also served as a public school teacher, working with the students of different levels and needs. Throughout these years, she has enjoyed exploring new ways to make learning meaningful and engaging. Today, she will share how WebQuest can transform EFL learning. So go ahead, my dear Maite.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Javier, for the introduction. It's a pleasure for me to share with all of you some practical strategies that can help us strengthen our digital teaching practices. As you can see on the screen, today we will focus on digital learning environments and how these tools can transform the way we guide our students. Our aim is to discover useful platforms, connect theory to practice, and explore efficiently and effective ways to implement these resources in the classroom. To begin, let's reflect on this. So, digital learning environment. We'll explore this some strategies, and to begin, the most important part is to know the purpose of the use of this platform. Why this training matters? This is the question that everyone says. So, the first component of our session is this, where we highlight the purpose and importance of this training. So, why this training matters? First, education is evolving for 21st century learners. It means that students think, learn, and interact with information differently. This training aims to provide practical tools and clear strategies that help us to respond to the need of 21st century learners. By integrating digital resources, we can offer some experiences that are more engaging for our students, more inclusive, and of course, it's more personalized. These resources also give us new, meaningful ways to design and evaluate student work, having established the importance of digital components. Let us now look at the positive impact these approaches can generate. Positive outcomes for learners. Here we have some of them. First, promotes active and autonomous learning. Then, number two, encourage motivation and engagement. Three, supports personalized and self-paced progress. Also, enhance critical thinking and problem solving. Fosters collaboration and communication skills. Builds digital literacy and global awareness. And finally, develops 21st century skills for lifelong learning. But also, we have some challenges with this kind of a digital teaching learning process. So, what we must overcome? So, these approaches require good access to technology, digital skills, and a high level of responsibility for students. With proper guidance and teacher support, these challenges can be minimized and turned into learning opportunities. Here we have some of them overcome the challenges that we have to overcome. The first one, limited access to technology or internet. So here we have why. Because not all the students have devices or good internet connection, which can affect their participation. Also, a lack of digital literacy. This means that some students have difficulty using online tools effectively and safely. Also, we have low self regulations and time management. It means that online learning requires discipline and organization, which can be challenging for some students. Overload of information. So it means that the large amount of materials available on the internet can confuse students or make it difficult for them to identify reliable resources. Reduces face to face interaction. So, some students miss the social and emotional support provided by a traditional classroom. When we talk about traditional classroom, we are deal with the teacher contact immediately face-to-face education. Also, we have some motivational issues. Without the direct presence or support of the teacher, some students lose interest or concentration. Also, we have some language and technical barriers. What this mean? Instructions and platforms in another language or format can be difficult to understand or manage. And finally, we have some assessment difficulties. It means that the assessment, the online learning, can sometimes feel unclear or subjective to students. Now, we are going to continue with the next one. This is the platform we are going to talk about today. This is about book widgets. So, is the book widget is a digital tool that allows teachers to create interactive and engaging learning activities. The book widget library contains more than 40 digital templates that digitalize your lessons. So it, um, it is it is a useful digital platform that allows teachers to create engaging and interactive activities. It offers quizzes, worksheets, games, timelines, maps, and many other resources. The platform also provides features such as automatic grading, real time feedback, and detailed analytics, which are extremely valuable for monitoring students' progress. Now, within book widgets, one tool stands out for promoting guiding online research. This is the web quest. Now, what are the web quests? The web quest is an inquiry-oriented learning activity where most of the information used by students comes from online resources. Also, its typical includes an introduction, task, process, steps, resources, evaluation, and of course, a conclusion. The web quests promote critical thinking, collaboration, and problem solving through guided use of digital content. Excuse me. So when we are going to create web quest, we can do it in the same way. Use Google browser to find the page of the widget. We have to sign up, and then we can select the activity of a web quest. Then inside, this is the interface of the web quest. When you finally sign in the book widget platform, you must create a widget. And this is the first step so we can create our web quest. Now, let's see an example. This is the interface of the web quest. We understand the idea. Let's examine how it appears inside the creation of the interface. In this part, we will highlight the main advantages of this useful tool. So here we have how to make introduction, the task, the process, the evaluation, and the conclusion. For example, in the introduction, we can to present the topic and captures the student's interest. It sets the context and explains why the topic is relevant. And the part of the task or tarea describes what the students must do or produce. It should be clear, engaging, and get critical thinking. And process gives step by step instructions to complete the task, including roles and activities. Resources list of websites, videos, or materials that the students will use selected by the teacher. Evaluation explains how students' work will be assessed, often within a rubric or create a clear criteria. And the conclusion, it summarizes the learning experience and encourages reflection on what was learned. So, let's continue with an example. Here on the screen, you can watch an example. This was made for students of pre-A1 level of 7 basic education. Fue creada esta página para estudiantes de séptimo año de básica. So here you can watch a video presented and the first stage. You can change the names of each stage. Usted puede cambiar incluso los nombres en cada una de las pestañas. For example, this one, it is about Halloween. Then, task one, we have there the process, the resources, and the conclusion. So all these parts, you can watch it in a complete way with a link. I'm going to share with you on the comments so you can explore all the advantages of this platform. Voy a compartir el link para que ustedes puedan entrar a este widget creado, este web quest, en donde usted va a poder analizar todas las characteristics, todas las advantages, todas las ventajas and disadvantages y desventajas that this tool gives you as a teacher. It must be creative, engaging, and all the children enjoy doing this kind of activities. So this is about WebQuest. Now, this time is a part for Curious Mind part. Your insights and questions are welcome. If you have any doubts, si tiene alguna duda, I'm ready to answer, please. Let's see. If there is any question. So,
We have a question in the chat box.
okay.
Okay, I will read it. How long does it take to create a web quest?
Okay, so once the resources are ready for a basic web quest, it means videos, maybe worksheets, maybe images, pictures, rubrics. When you have all the resources ready, maybe it takes 20, maybe 30 minutes to develop one web quest. It depends on your creativity.
Very good. Okay, Michaela says, can students complete web quests using their phones?
Yes, absolutely. This is um, this is one advantage of these digital tools. Sometimes our students just have cell phones or tablets, and you can do it. Computers, tablets, and cell phones, and it is a good tool for teenagers, especially because they are fond of cell phones. Is there another question? Maybe.
Okay, we are waiting.
Okay.
Vamos chicos, ¿alguna otra preguntita? Vamos a esperar un minutito más, ¿ya?
Okay.
Okay, we have another question. It says, how can I monitor students' progress?
Oh, well. Book Widgets provides a real-time analytics. It means that allows you to review all the participation and performance of your students when they are working. So this is another advantage of using WebQuest.
Okay, now Nadia Mina says, is it a paid version required?
Well, as all the digital tools on internet, there are some that are free and some you need to subscribe and pay. However, Book Widgets provide a free trial with not all of the features available, but you can work with the free trial to work with your students.
Very good. So now we are going to thanks for your valuable presentation. And you remind us that when we innovate in the classroom, we open doors of opportunity for our learners. So now we will continue to
Thank
our
you.
second presentation with Betsy Alvarado. She has 20 years of experience teaching English. Although not originally trained as a teacher, and entering the educational field revealed a true passion for teaching. Over the years, she has worked with the students of different ages and levels, standing out for commitment, creativity, and the ability to inspire through language learning. Please, Betsy, delight us with your presentation.
Thank you, Javier. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. I am excited to share with you two powerful tools, two powerful tools that can transform the way to teach and learn, Padlet and TED-Ed. We'll explore what each tool offers and how they can be used in the classroom, and how combining them can create engaging and interactive learning experiences. Okay, now as you can see here we have the Padlet. Let us start with Padlet. Padlet is a digital world where students can post text, images, links, or videos in real time. What made it special in the variety of layouts? You can use simple walls, a timeline, a map, or even a Kanban board. Imagine a brainstorming session. Every student adds their ideas to Padlet, and instantly the whole class can see and build on them. It can also serve as a digital portfolio, a collective my mind, or a place to organize research. The big advantages is that encourage participation and creativity even from a student who might be shy in traditional discussion. Padlet in English learning. The vocabulary building. Learners can create boards with new words, definition, images, and example sentences. Seeing words in context help retention. Writing practice. Students can post short text, essays, or reflections. Teachers and peers can comment, giving instant feedback. Speaking and listening skills. Padlet support audio and videos uploads, so learners can record themselves speaking English or listening to classmate recording. Collaborative projects. Groups, boards encourage teamwork in English. Students must communicate, negotiate, and share ideas in the target language. Reading comprehension. Teachers can post articles, histories, or links, and students respond with summarized questions or opinions. Interactive presentations. With a slideshow mode, learners can present their works in English, practicing public speaking and presentations skills. Okay, now we are going to practice. As you can see, I give click, okay, to the link, and we are going to begin. Now we are in the platform, okay, and we are going to do in registrarse or sign out. You are going to continue with the registration, and do you have to choose what is the method for registration? I am going to choose the Google registration, right? And I am going to choose an account. I click there and I am going to continue. Okay, as you can see, I am in Padlet platform. Here you can click on the plus, okay, and here you can create your Padlet, your own Padlet. Look at this. Do you have?
Compañera, un momentito, compañera.
Yes,
Quería
tell me.
hacerle notar que todavía
You can
no
see.
podemos ver la pantalla que está compartiendo en este momento.
Okay, now.
Sí, me imagino que es la de Padlet. Sí.
Okay, wait, please. Thank you, Javier. Okay, now you can see. No, okay, okay. Tell me, please, Javier. You can see right now.
En este momento podemos ver a la perfección, Betsy.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for the mistake. Okay, now we are going to continue. Look at this. This is the Padlet link, okay, and we are going to enter. We have to click here in registration and you can choose the way to registration, the method. You can choose email, Facebook. I am going to choose the Google, okay, and I choose one account. I am going to click in continue. Now, as you can see, I am in Padlet platform. Here in the plus, you can create your own Padlet. Here I have one Padlet just created. And look at this. You can choose whatever presentation like muro, columnas, tabla, cronología, mapa, according do you need, okay? According what is the kind of class that you are going to give or what is the kind of material that you are going to work with your students, okay? In that moment, I create a panel debate. Ajá. Un panel de debate, but you can choose, for example, this kind of presentation. This is the column presentation. You can write some name according to whatever topic that you're going to present to the class. For example, you can use simple past. And as you can see, the Padlet was created. You can personalize too. Okay. But in that moment, we are going to, I am going to share this Padlet. Okay. As you can see, Gonzalo Maximiliano. Javier, ¿podemos ver esa parte de la pantalla?
En este momento todavía nos encontramos en donde salen las diferentes opciones, ¿no? Las ventanas que usted puede abrir, pero no estamos dentro de un Padlet como tal todavía.
Ok. You can see right now.
Sí, estamos viendo la parte del home, ¿verdad? De Padlet, donde nos sale las recientes, Simple Past.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, now you can see. Look at this. I create that Padlet to make a debate para hacer un debate, and I share the link. Does Padlet truly transform how we learn and collaborate in class? Look at this. Here we have two opinions. We have the opinion about with Gonzalo Semperte. Yes, Padlet truly transform learning because it gives every student a voice, even the shy ones. Okay. Here we have another opinion. Javier, we can see the opinions. Can you tell me, please?
Yes.
Okay. And in that way, we can add more comments for the Padlet in that plus section. And you can write, you can share pictures, you can share links, you can share videos with your teacher. And at immediately, you can answer and you can make a very brief feedback. Okay. I think that I hope that this platform could be useful for you. Now we are going to continue with the presentation. Okay. Now we are going to continue with the other tool. Here we have the other tool that is TED-ED. What is TED-ED? TED-ED is an educational platform that offer animated videos and interactive lessons, a wide range of topics. The real strength of TED-ED is that you don't just watch a video, you can create lessons around it, adding questions, discussions, reflections. For example, you might use the video to introduce a complex concept, then add comprehension questions, and open a debate with your own students. This are learning interactive process. Students don't just consume information, they analyze it, question it, and discuss it. Okay, now we are going to know some characteristics about this platform. Educational video library, a wide collection of animated lessons and talk conveying science, history, language, psychology, technology, and more. The customizable lessons. Teachers can turn any TED-Ed or YouTube video into an interactive lessons with questions, discussions, and extra resources. Interactive structure. Each lesson includes sections like think comprehension questions, discuss, debate prompts, and dive deep additional material. Global accessibility. Free and available online so learners and educators worldwide can participate. Engaging multimedia combines clean narrations, attractive animations, and supporting material to make complex topics easier to understand. Teacher collaborations. Educators can create, share, and adapt lesson buildings and open learning community. Self-directed learning. Students can explore topics independently, answer questions, and reflect on content. How did ED help you learn English? Okay, now as you can see, it is helpful to listen practice. Listen practice. How? Videos features clear narrations in English and help in learning improve comprehension. vocabulary building. Each lesson introduces new words in context, pronunciation and intonation, exposure to nature, spoken English, improve listening, and to rhyming and stress. Critical thinking. Lessons include questions and discussions encoding language to use English actively. Cultural awareness. Talk cover global topics, giving learning authentic language in real world context. Now we're going to check how we can use TED-ED. Okay, okay. Here you can see I am in TED-ED platform. Okay, here we have a video. Okay, you put click here in the video and you can see the video, but here do you have for watch the video, for think something about the video. I am going to click here and look at this. Here you can find some questions that these questions you are going to answer according to the video, and you can see the video the times that you need to answer the questions correctly. Look at this. Here we have the second question. I have here 8 questions that are multiple choices questions, and you are going to choose the right answer and you are going to save your answer. Here do you have another section that you can add some additional resources to do this activity in the best way. And at the end, you can add a very brief part and you can add a question to create a discussion. You can add the sections that do you need to develop according to the video that you are going to choose. Okay, this is the platform of TED-Ed.
Okay, thank you for sharing this practical.
Um,
Have you
Mr.
finished?
Javier, and for conclusion,
Okay.
okay, here we have a very brief conclusion, okay, that, uh, sorry. Okay, look at this. The combine of use Padlet TD and is English language learning because interactive and multimodal environment. It promotes an interactive and multimodal environment where students not only consume content but also produce it. It fosters autonomy and collaboration, two essential pillars in second language acquisition. In content the language with relevant and current topics, increasing motivations and the transfer of learning to real life context. In summarize, these platforms are not merely technological tools, but pedagogical bridge that transform the English classroom into a participatory, visual, and meaningful space. Padlet helped us to organize and share ideas visually, while TED engage students through stories and interactive lessons. When used together, they create a dynamic, participatory, and creative classroom environment. I encourage you to explore both platforms and try them out in your own teaching practice. Your students will be surprised by how interactive and inspiring learning can be. Thank you for joining me today. And now I would love to hear your questions.
Muy bien, chicos. Entonces, ahora vamos a entrar a una ronda de preguntas. Por favor, cualquier duda, consulta que le quieran hacer a nuestro speaker. So go ahead, don't be shy, and write them down into the chat box. So I will be pleasure to tell our speaker your questions. So aquí los esperamos, chicos. Cualquier pregunta, cualquier consulta que tengan. So we have a question. Uh, it says, how can Padlet be used to encourage students' collaboration in an online classes?
Okay, Padlet can be used in the online classes, um, bulletin board for discussion, in group projects, and sharing student works. It allows students to post content like tests, images, videos, and links, and it can be used for activities such as creative mind map, timelines, or portfolios. We can use it to communication and to give some feedback to, and with a formative assessment.
Awesome. So we will wait one more minute if any of our viewers have any other question. So, ok, vamos a esperar un momentito más, por si acaso hay alguna otra consulta, alguna otra duda. Okay, no more questions. So thank you so much, Betsy, for sharing these practical and meaningful strategies and platforms. Ideas like this motivate us to rethink and refresh our teaching practices. So now uh, it is my pleasure to introduce our third speaker, which is Stefania Barragan. She is a 25-year-old English teacher with 4 years of experience working across basic and higher education levels. She is currently pursuing a master's degree in education, specializing in innovative methodologies and the integration of technology in the EFL context. Stefania is passionate about designing dynamic, accessible, and meaningful learning experiences through digital tools, active learning strategies, and communicative approaches. Her goal is to foster motivation, participation, and confidence in her students, contributing to more engaging and modern English classroom. So please, Stefania, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name's Stefania, and today I want to take you into a learning space without walls, without desks, and without physical limits. A place where English is not only learned, it is lived, spoken, created, and explored. In the next minutes, we'll look at how the metaverse, virtual reality, augmented reality, and 3D immersive worlds can transform EFL learning into a real and immersive experience. If you're ready to imagine English beyond textbooks, let's begin. Okay, let's start. We are going to start with these concepts. What is metaverse? The metaverse is basically a digital universe like another world that exists online. In this space, students don't just watch or listen, they participate. They can interact with avatars, which means they communicate as characters inside the virtual world, explore virtual spaces like cities, museums, or classrooms that don't exist physically. They can build, speak, and collaborate, working together and using English to solve tasks or complete missions. And most importantly, they experience language instead of only studying it. English becomes real action, not just theory. Metaverse turns English into a lived experience, not just a subject. Now, we are gonna see the next chart, which is gonna show you us the difference between VR, AR, and 3D worlds. This table shows how different technologies can support language learning in practical ways. Let's start with VR, which stands for virtual reality. Virtual reality is a fully immersive experience. When students use VR, they enter another environment like a cafe, a city, or a museum and interact as if they were really there. VR is perfect for speaking and role play because the students need to talk, ask, request, answer, just like in real life. And AR, which is augmented reality, works differently. Instead of entering a new world, AR brings digital elements into the real one. Students can scan images, objects, or cards and see information pop up in front of them. Text, 3D models, or clues. AR is very useful for reading and vocabulary because learning becomes visual and interactive. 3D worlds like Minecraft and Roblox, which are popular games for students and they enjoy it, are spaces where students can build, explore, and create stories. Here, English becomes a tool to design, collaborate, and narrate. They write instructions, describe what they build, and even create adventures together. These platforms are great for creativity and writing spaces. So, VR, to sum up this part, VR immerses them, AR brings content to life, and 3D worlds let them build and create with language. Each one develops a different skill, but all of them make learning real. Now let's continue with the next slide in which I'm going to show you simple classroom activities that you can apply in your classes and make learning English different. So let's start. We have a virtual cafe role play in which students speak in a simulated environment, maybe ordering food, asking for prizes, which improves fluency and confidence. Also, we have that they can create an avatar biography in which first they create a digital character and write about it, the name, the age, the hobbies, personality. This builds writing skills and personal expression. Also, in AR scavenger hunt, students scan clues or objects using AR. They must read instructions and follow steps, making reading more active and engaging. Also, we have a virtual field trip, a guided visit to a city or museum through VR. Students listen, observe, and take notes, which strengthens listening skills. And finally, we have story world building, in which we can use these two games, which are Minecraft and Roblox. Students build a virtual world and write a story inside it. This develops creativity, collaboration, and narrative writing. Technology is not just a tool, it creates learning experiences that students live, not just memorize. Which are the advantages that we have here? Technology is going to motivate learners, language becomes real, it boosts creativity and fluency. Which are some challenges that we can find at schools? Not all schools have devices, teachers need training, we need a balance between technology and also real learning. Now, I want to share with you one app that is related to augmented reality. So, for this activity, I would like you to go to the Play Store, okay, and download this app that you can see here. Para este momento, para poner en práctica y ver algo sobre la realidad aumentada, necesito que se vayan a la aplicación de Play Store, Google Play Store, y descarguen la siguiente aplicación, ¿ok? When you are ready, please let me know, writing yes or maybe sending an emoji to the chat. Cuando estén listos, me ayudan por favor enviando un sí al chat o enviando algún emoji para poder comenzar.
Muy bien, entonces ahora vamos a tomarnos unos pequeños instantes esperando a que nuestros oyentes el día de hoy, nuestros viewers, puedan acceder a la aplicación Animal 4D, ¿ok? Para esta práctica que va a realizar nuestro speaker el día de hoy y demostrarles de una manera interactiva cómo se pueden utilizar estas nuevas tecnologías en el entorno de la educación. Así que estamos a la espera de que ustedes nos confirmen cuando ya la tengan instalada. Muy bien, chicos.
Okay, let's start with the explanation of this app, okay? This is an example of augmented reality. As I said before, here, let's look, okay? Here you can see a picture, right? This is a frog. If you open the app and you place the camera in front of this picture, you are gonna see that it becomes to life. Yeah. What are you going to see here? You are going to see the picture, okay, in 3D, and also you are going to hear the pronunciation of this animal, and you are gonna hear the sound. This app fits perfect for basic levels where they are learning vocabulary. Now, okay, let's continue. Here we can make another try. You can place your phone in the picture and see how the elephant becomes to life. You can hear the sound of the elephant. You can hear how this word is pronounced. And yeah, and maybe here we have another try. Again, place your phones on the picture and you can see the cow, you can see how it is pronounced, and you can listen the sound that it makes. Yeah, okay. Now, to conclude this, I would like to say that today we explore how metaverse, VR, AR, and 3D environments can turn English into experience. The question is not if technology will enter education, but how soon we can adopt it. Thank you for joining me. If you have any question, I'll be pleasure to answer. Gracias por su atención. Si tienen alguna pregunta, pues estaré muy gustosa de responder sus inquietudes.
Muy bien, chicos, entonces en este momento abrimos esta ronda de preguntas y respuestas. Cualquier consulta, duda que les haya quedado acerca de este increíble tema, por favor, no se sientan tímidos, háganos saber y tendrán su respectiva respuesta. So we have the first question. Nadia Minas asks, why is immersive learning more effective than traditional repetition?
Yeah. Okay. Because in immersive environments, students use English to communicate, solve problems, and interact. They learn through real input and real output, not just memorization. They speak because they need to, not because they repeat.
Okay, now Roxana says, how can VR, AR, and 3D worlds help students learn English?
Okay. VR helps students practice speaking through real life role plays. AR works well for reading and vocabulary because digital elements appear in front of them. And 3D worlds like Minecraft or Roblox allow collaboration and creative writing.
Okay, Jefferson, he asks, what is the metaverse in simple terms?
Okay, the metaverse is a shared digital universe where people interact through avatars, explore virtual spaces, and communicate in real time. It allows students to use English naturally, not only as content, but as a communication and interaction tool.
Awesome. So, any other question, guys? Vamos a esperar un minutito más en caso de que exista alguna otra consulta para nuestra speaker del día de hoy. Ok, Jefferson dice gracias. Muy bien. Okay, technology will never replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers is transformational. George Chorus. Thank you so much for your inspiring presentation, Stefania, your insights show us how technology, when is used purposefully, can connect worlds and enhance communication. Uh, to conclude our set of presentations, we have uh, our fourth speaker, Janet. Her academic foundation was rigorously established at the University of Cuenca, where she obtained a Bachelor of Science in Education in 2011 with a focus specialization in English language and literature. This preparation complemented by 14 years of dedicated and professional practice as an educator. Throughout her trajectory, she has served as a highly proficient English language teacher across various educational settings. So please, Janet, delete us.
Thank you, Javier, so much for your presentation and your introduction. Good morning, everyone. It is a truly pleasure for me to be take part of this webinar today with you. And I want to share an experience that has not only transformed my teaching practice, but also transformed how my students connect with the learning English. I am talking about Telegram. Okay, that's a presentation. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see. Sorry. Well, my presentation, I don't know if you can see.
Todavía no, estimada Janet, todavía no lo podemos ver.
Yeah, let me check.
Ok.
Oh, yeah, okay, there is. Thank you so much. Yeah, okay, so but before we go deeper to what exactly Telegram is and how does it works, Telegram is a cloud that the messaging platform that has lets us users send message, images, documents, videos, and voice notes. It stands out for its speed and security and has a versatility. As a teachers, we can use channels, private groups, or individual chats to organize communication, share learnings, materials, answer questions, and support our students in the real time. One of the reasons that Telegram works as well as language learning is because it naturally supports all the four skill languages, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Mm. For example, speaking works so well for language learning. It is because its natural support for taking notes, messages is a powerful tool for speaking practice. Many students sometimes they feel nervous about to talking in front of others, but when you use this to record your voice from a quiet and comfortable place, they can gain confidence, and also the teacher can respond with the personalized feedback, and it truly helps them to improve. When it comes to listening, Telegram offers endless possibilities when they share short audios, clips, dialogues, podcasts, or even videos. After listening, students can complete the polls, quizzes, brief reflections, questions, and check their understanding right away. Also, live voice chats and help the students practice in real time. Listening and spontaneous responses skills can essentially for authentic communication. For the writing, Telegram becomes a natural space where the students can express themselves without fear. They can write short paragraphs, describe photos, they can join collaborative storytelling activities. Feedback can be immediately uh, reinforced, correcting grammar, guiding sentences structures, or enriching vocabulary, helping students refine their writing quickly and meaningfully. Telegram is also effective for reading skill and development. Teachers can share articles, stories, news, images, PDFs, and it can guide the students. The key vocabulary, highlight main words, main ideas, and ask comprehension questions directly under the text. This makes reading interactive, accessible, and engaging for students. To conclude, I will say that Telegram does more than enhance English language learning. It is the connection between teacher and the students, and it helps us to accompany them in a real time, understand their needs, and create a learning environment where the students feel support and motivated. So that will be all for my part. If anyone has any question, they can be free to ask.
Ok, chicos, entonces estamos en una ronda de preguntas y respuestas. Cualquier pregunta, duda que ustedes tengan, por favor, hacérnosla llegar por medio del chat. Y nuestra gran speaker, Janet, va a estar encantada de responder. Okay, we have a question. How can Telegram help people learn English faster?
Okay. Teachers can use digital marker or highlighter, the key vocabulary, guide the students to the important sections, and ask quick comprehension questions that appear right under the text. Follow the reading, polls, and quiz that provided immediate feedback to the students.
Okay, now we will wait a few minutes for any other questions. So guys, please don't be shy. Go ahead. If you have any doubt, any question. Okay, Nadia Mena ask, what simple method can teachers use in Telegram to turn traditional reading materials like articles or PDF into interactive tasks?
Yeah, for the reading, the teacher can use articles, stories, news, images, PDFs, and when they use the vocabulary, they have a highlighted market. So the students can circle and they can send it immediately to the teacher to make feedback corrections.
Awesome. Ok, chicos, entonces vamos a esperar asimismo un minutito más por cualquier consulta que ustedes puedan tener y que así nuestra speaker les pueda dar luces en aquella duda que les haya quedado quizás. Ok, parece que no tenemos más preguntas. So, eh, thank you, Janet, for such an enriching presentation. Every idea shared today encouraged us to continue innovating for the benefit of our students. So, ladies and gentlemen, our dear viewers, we have reached the end of our webinar, Tech for Teachers, Magic for Students. Throughout this session, we have explored how technology, when used with intention and pedagogical purpose, can create truly magical learning experiences in the English classroom. As educators, we are lifelong learners. Today has shown us that collaboration, creativity, and innovation are powerful tools to shape the future of teaching. We sincerely thank you for your participation with your questions and engagement. We invite you to continue exploring digital tools and, above all, to keep inspiring your students. As Paulo Freire once says, education does not change the world, education changes people, and people change the world. Thank you very much for joining us. This is the end of our webinar.